Mississippi. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Restate the State Pal again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
So much drama as we enter Missouri versus Ole Miss today. Ole Miss got off to a great year last year, a college football playoff run after the starter, Austin Simmons, was injured. Trinidad Chambliss took over, and the rest is history. Now, Austin is playing for Mizzu. He has got to know there's a little revenge in his heart. We'll see if he can perform well against his former teammates, or will Trinidad Chambliss once again show he's the man? Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He's going to take off. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Lacey. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Now rolling to the left. Throws to the wideout. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off with a touchdown pass.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Simmons to throw. He's going for it all. Makes the grab on the big throw. Into plus territory. They stop him at the 46, and now this offense can really attack.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Hardy. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Throws it back. Makes the grab on the shot. He's loose on the right. Inside the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Throwing Simmons. Got his man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the left. It's Hardy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Now here's Simmons. Under fire. And they got it.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They boot it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's complete. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Lee. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Simmons on play action. Pulls it in. Makes a grab and room to run. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Running inside, it's Hardy. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The corners are walked up tight. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hardy. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Caught, and he's got room. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right in midfield. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Lacey.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Looking to scramble. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And, man, the defense really needed that. They needed that for their confidence. 3 drives already, 3 touchdowns. They haven't found a way to solve the puzzle till now. Nice job getting the stop, getting a little bit of momentum. And now hopefully your offense is energized and excited because they got the football back.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. On the run, it's Roberts. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Simmons working that wide receiver screen. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And you could just feel it, couldn't you? Just how badly that guy wanted to get that first down. He knows, hey, we're on our own side of the field. We're not trying to punt. I've got to do something. I've got to make somebody miss to go pick up this first down for my offense, and that's exactly what he did.
Wide receiver going in motion. Here's a give to Hardy. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Makes the catch. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. Fires to the big fella. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Simmons. But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of his QBs, got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Here's Simmons to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And the timing just a hair off.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop.
Throws it deep. Pulls it in there on the sideline. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Running inside. It's Odom. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires downfield. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lee. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Rushes on him. Got his man. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Throwing Simmons. Firing to the right, complete. Still running at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air. It's Simmons. Fires left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Gets the back moving. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. The give from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Second down, he'll throw it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, quarterback had exactly what he wanted there. He had his big fella work in the middle of the field. You thought that was going to be an easy pitch and catch? Not so much. It's a mental error by the tight end. They got to clean that up.
The run inside. It's Lacy. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead is extended a little further. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 10 team, the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Bears coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense. Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Finds his big tight end. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the left side, it's Hardy. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground.
Maybe a crease. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. He's racked up 92 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Simmons lets it fly deep downfield. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. How are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Again, it's Hardy. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it with Hardy. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Missouri wants to go fast. They'll try to run it with Hardy. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
One more time, it's Hardy. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Steps away. He's going to run it. Crosses the 45. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He'll try to do it. Turning it on. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 2nd down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Swings it out to his running back. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Simmons to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Austin Simmons firing again. Snags it, and he's open. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Throwing Simmons. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Spits it out to the back. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Back to pass. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
They'll They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Mizzu has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Defense might bring the house here. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You know, a big part of a quarterback's accuracy is his ability to step into throws. To be accurate, you've got to be able to be on balance, stepping in and following through. Because of that pass rush, that QB had no shot.
Simmons finds a tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
It's complete to the right. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
He'll pull it down. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd down, here's Hardy. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And this is a no-brainer. It's 4th down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the 1st down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
4th down, Simmons. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27th. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They're And control the clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. And it's another 1st and 10 play. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Running inside. It's Lacey. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
They'll go with a direct snap. Picks up the 1st down. Here's a little room there. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 1st down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back got thumped, and that happened fast. That linebacker got in there so quick.
And the most important thing for the back, when you see that coming, make sure that football is riveted to your rib cage.
You lose the football, you lose the ability to carry the football. Coaches are going to give that squarely to somebody else.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.